Yeah, I think they tried to be different, but they still felt very similar to the show we watched on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the six-pack challenge and it was different than doing the double fatal four-way matches.
But they opened up the show the same way.
But the concept was the same.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler winning was what they tried to match Finn Balor with. The problem is that Dolph Ziggler would have gotten that Finn Balor reaction 5 years ago.
So I'm actually really interested in the fact that Ziggler won because we've talked about on this show how much of a non-fan of Dolph Ziggler you are. So how do you feel?
I have become, I should say.
Okay, yes.
But I was a huge fan. It's not that I'm not a huge fan. I'm saturated with it.
Well, now you're getting him in a main event.
Here's his chance. I mean, this is the chance. I mean, I know he talked both in shoot and in work after the draft on that post show about not being where he wants to be, and that he always talked about I would always steal the show and have the best matches even if I wasn't booked in the main event. And he said, quite frankly, I haven't done any of that lately. So it's going to be interesting to see. He's going to get somebody else in the ring that can work with him. You do have a double babyface match here, so it's going to be interesting to see how they structure that.
I don't think that will last.
Well, who's going to turn heel?
I think Dolph will turn heel before the SummerSlam.
I don't know. I have a tough time believing.
So I
never liked his heel runs.
So let me try to paint a picture for you and for everyone here that can maybe make all of this make sense. Because I know people are really confused that Ziggler won. I know I was when you look at the people in that match. But I heard, bro, I listened to, I've talked about on this show, a lot of Wrestling Observer Radio. It's how I get a lot of my news for wrestling. And I listened to Brian Alvarez kind of paint this scene where if you look at the SummerSlam card right now, it's Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. It's going to be Cena, AJ Styles. You're going to have Sasha Banks defending the Women's Championship. You're going to have Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. Why, if you're SmackDown, when in another month you're going to start your own pay-per-views where you're going to need to build up your own feuds, why would you waste Ambrose Styles, Ambrose Wyatt, Ambrose Cena? Why would you waste them there when you're going to need something to draw in for Backlash in a month? So, taking that a step further, I think the Raw is going to be more of the high-paced, quick action. Feuds aren't going to have that long to develop. I think SmackDown is going to take sort of the character development, the longer-term booking, the sort of we're going to plan things out a little bit more. I think that's the approach SmackDown's going to take, and I think Ziggler winning is the first sign of that. Because I think in their back pocket they know, man, there's a lot of money in Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose for the title. We got to keep that for something special. And I think Backlash or one of their other pay-per-views in a couple of months are that, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, while I can get that to some extent, I think there's some flawed logic in the fact that you're trying to say, I get you want to promote your own pay-per-views, but the reality of the situation is you're going to have more eyeballs on SummerSlam than you're going to have on Backlash, no matter what the Backlash card is. So why you're trying to promote a new brand? Why people should tune into Tuesday nights? Why would you punt your main event?
Okay.
Why would you not? Now, I understand you might say,
That's
hey, we have
fair.
a 6-month feud with Bray Wyatt in the back of our minds that we're saving. But why? I mean, was Dolph Ziggler your best option?
If you take into consideration that they were going to do Cena Styles, and that's de facto going to be the SmackDown main event because it's going to be the best SmackDown match, then yes. I mean, what? Are you going to feed him to Baron Corbin? I don't want to do that to Corbin just yet.
Then you should have put the belt on AJ Styles or John Cena at some point.
No, but you can't do that. I mean, there was the feud was the Shield. I mean, we can't go back and retroactively book to put ourselves in this spot with the situation.
But we can because they knew this was coming. They didn't just decide, oh yeah, we're gonna split the rosters on.
But they also didn't plan for Roman Reigns to get a suspension, which sort of put them in this spot.
No, but why couldn't they have put the belt on Rollins? And then have the Universal title be on SmackDown, and they could have done something where it's maybe a Cena versus Styles for the belt, or Cena versus Styles versus Ambrose, or something of that nature. I feel like they're punting the main event on a show when they really, really need to promote what they are. And I understand that Backlash is important too, because it's the first SmackDown only WWE special, and this is going to be our coming out party. But SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view WWE puts on. I don't know if you're going to talk about a main event with Dolph Ziggler in it. I'm not sure. Again, it's not like we've built Dolph Ziggler up to this point either.
No, but
you're pulling a mid-carder and throwing him into the main event just cause.
I think from SmackDown's perspective, and I think this is from WWE and Vince's perspective, they need to sell Backlash. They don't need to sell SummerSlam.
But they need to sell SmackDown more than they need to sell Backlash.
I don't think so. Because I think now with Dolph winning, people are going to be really interested to see what they do with Dolph, and they're going to tune in next week. I don't think they're going to do 2.7 million. I think a lot of people are going to be turned off.
I don't think anybody that wasn't watching SmackDown already is going to watch SmackDown because Dolph Ziggler's in the main event. I think those people that wanted Dolph Ziggler in the main event, you already have them in your back pocket.
So let me counter with that. Would more people watch if John Cena was in the main event?
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
I completely disagree.
You're telling me that the first...
You're trying to say John Cena is not a bigger draw than Dolph Ziggler for TV views?
I think he is a bigger draw. But on a show that has been cast aside as a nothing show, a B-level show, it got 2.7 million in their first episode.
Yes.
So you're telling me that if John Cena would have won the six-pack challenge, that next week's SmackDown would have more views?
I believe so. We can't prove that.
I know.
There's no
I
way that we can
think it's
prove
hard.
that.
It's hard.
And I think more importantly, I just think you need to build. SummerSlam is a key moment for them, and I think they need to. Again, I understand what they're trying to do, and I understand they want the Backlash card to be superb.
I think that's at the end of it. That's the decision.
Which is what they're trying to do,
yeah.
And we both believe that. I just feel like they're making a mistake by having their now again, they can say all they want about Randy Orton. Randy Orton's fighting a Raw superstar.
Yeah.
Yes, John Cena, AJ Styles will be the de facto main event because that's just the match everybody wants to see. But they're just to completely punt. It feels like completely punting where Dolph Ziggler is today. Now, Dolph Ziggler by Backlash might look like a legitimate title contender depending on how they book him. So right now, you've got a guy that's been jobbing on TV or fighting mid-card feuds where he's going 50-50 and losing to Baron Corbin and losing to all these guys that just happened to win a six-pack challenge, and now he's in the main event. And I'm supposed to believe it.